Hello, hi everyone, thank you for joining us. We are going to talk today about growth in blockchain, and I would love to just start off by having our panelists introduce themselves.
Hi everybody, good afternoon, how's it going? Yeah, you guys stoked for Kobe? The only reason why you're here is for him, I know, it's okay. My name is Bryant. I am 12 years old, I'm kidding, picture makes me look like 12, I'm not. Asians. I'm the founder of a company called Keep. We do rewards and mobile ads in apps. So essentially you could play a game, you could level up, and a brand could reward you with virtual currency or virtual good. We've expanded now to fitness apps, productivity, dating, kind of really trying to cover a whole range of different apps. But we are one of the first companies to embed rewards within apps. So our involvement in blockchain is we're creating a token that will be obviously the universal currency for that reward that the brands can actually buy as well to buy ads. So it's a media and advertising token and a reward token as well.
Hi everyone, I'm Angela, and I'm the partner of Jinso Finance and also the CEO of CoinTime. And I must say sorry, my English doesn't so well, so I have to prepare for this panel and maybe I will stare at my paper. So, Jinso Finance is top one blockchain media in China, and we share valuable content.
Hello, hi everyone, thank you for joining us. We are going to talk today about growth in blockchain, and I would love to just start off by having our panelists introduce themselves.
Hi everybody, good afternoon, how's it going? Yeah, you guys stoked for Kobe? The only reason why you're here is for him, I know, it's okay. My name is Bryant. I am 12 years old, I'm kidding, picture makes me look like 12, I'm not. Asians. I'm the founder of a company called Keep. We do rewards and mobile ads in apps. So essentially you could play a game, you could level up, and a brand could reward you with virtual currency or virtual good. We've expanded now to fitness apps, productivity, dating, kind of really trying to cover a whole range of different apps. But we are one of the first companies to embed rewards within apps. So our involvement in blockchain is we're creating a token that will be obviously the universal currency for that reward that the brands can actually buy as well to buy ads. So it's a media and advertising token and a reward token as well.
Hi everyone, I'm Angela, and I'm the partner of Jinso Finance and also the CEO of CoinTime. And I must say sorry, my English doesn't so well, so I have to prepare for this panel and maybe I will stare at my paper. So, Jinso Finance is top one blockchain media in China, and we share valuable contents, and also we do host events some hot topics. So for today, we will also have an event after this event. So if you have time, we are happy to have you in our event at the temple. It's very near from here. Okay, thank you.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Kevin Xu from Mars Finance, which was a leading blockchain media platform in China, and we provide information services through web portal and apps. We like news flash, videos, broadcasting, and so on. And according to third-party analysis platform, Mars Finance has strong performance, like page ranking in Baidu and Baidu Index, WeChat Index, and Alexa, and so on. So this is our first business. The second business of ours is finance services. We just organized big the third business of game, you know, Mars Finance was incubated by Lamcom Group, which was a famous mobile game company in China and listed in 2014. So we have strong DNA of game. So we cooperate with Tron closely. Hopefully, we plan to publish more than 10 games on Tron in the future. So this is our whole business. Thank you.
Great, awesome. So, show of hands here. Can you raise your hand if you're currently a founder or planning on starting a company? Woo, okay. So I definitely worked with around 20 projects in the past year, and a question that I often get asked is where can blockchain companies get the best deal or ROI for their ad money or whatever marketing budget they may have. So since we have 3 very experienced marketing industry panelists here, just wanted to kick off the panel with that question. Bryant, would you like to start off?
Yeah, I think I actually am not a fan of anything really paid if you're early on. I think the moment you start paying for something, you actually kind of give in. You give up. You kind of admit to the person that I need to pay you to do something for me. In many cases, if your project is very exciting, truly great, groundbreaking, world-changing, people should come to you. So for me, I've always been a huge fan of earned media and the idea of getting content out there and being a part of stories and relevant things that are out there. So I recommend that a lot of founders misunderstand PR because you don't know how to get it. You hate on it. You're like, oh, who needs press? But you do. Everyone does. And in fact, you want people to tell your story for you. And I think that's really important. And so the way you do that, in case you guys are wondering, just to be quick about it, is it doesn't happen overnight. You can't just walk up to Dean from Games and be like, write about my company, and then it doesn't work like that. It's about adding on to something that's important to him that he's writing about at the time. So being a part of a beat or a part of an existing story. So if you know he wants to write about interesting use cases of blockchain within gaming, you can kind of come to him and say, here's one of really interesting use cases that we created. We just wanted to share it with you. And kind of keep that relationship going. It only takes one article. Once you have one, then you quote that article, and then email a whole bunch of other journalists and say, I've got coverage already. I've got something that makes me look legitimate, and you keep going from there. But I think earned is definitely the way to go in the beginning. Don't waste your money on ad dollars too much in the beginning.
So when we talk about best deal, is the deal I think is the deal that fits the local culture and or environment. So firstly, I think you have to know the country you you want to do advertising. In order to do that, one of the most important thing to is understanding the user's habit. So take Chinese market for example. 金社 Finance, 币世界 and Mars Finance are the must-see medias for local users. So for blockchain database, we have Become, AI Coin, and Token Cloud. So if you know about the user's performance, when you then you will do the attachment on those platforms, so you can get the highest ROI. That's my.
Okay. From my view, to evaluate the best deal or ROI, I think there are 3 important factors, 3 criteria. Three criteria. The number 1 is the head. If you need to investigate whether the resource or partner has the head of resource in their value chain. The second is scarcity. Scarcity determines which resource or partner be the most valuable resource. The second, monopolistic. If you have monopolistic resource, you can have tremendous competitiveness. So the head, scarcity, monopolistic are the most important criteria when you evaluate the deal. So this is our opinion.
I agree with a lot of that, what they were saying. I think one other thing to keep in mind as well is I think within our trade pubs, within the blockchain industry and the cryptocurrency and token space, we have a lot of yelling at each other. Our community is very small, admittedly. I hope you guys realize this. I think the best way you get play is to go outside. The world is very curious. The Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, the CNNs of the world, they actually do want to write about really interesting use cases. Unfortunately, there's this huge translation barrier of just you really tempted to tell them everything about your project down to the unbelievably complicated technical detail, which they don't want to hear, right? They want to hear the use case, they want to see the impact. And I think once we're able to truly message down to the use cases and the impact, the story ultimately, we will start to branch our reach of our projects and what we can do for the world into other media. I think that's very important. The trades today, as you guys know, also do charge an arm and a leg for an article too, and do allow that to happen, which leads us a lot to not trust that. So I think we have to keep ourselves responsible and not necessarily take too much of that and keep the content and media in our space pure.
Great. I definitely agree with a lot of the remarks that were shared, and just putting theory into practice now. What is a company that you think did the best job in the past year of using marketing or advertising to grow their brand presence and community in the past year, and why do you think it serves as a good case study for the industry? If we can start out the reverse way. Or Angela, do you want to start first? I can repeat the question? Yeah. So what is a company that you think did the best job? The number one company for marketing or branding in the crypto industry in the past year? It could be Tron. But I mean,
the answer has to be Tron. It's going to be the next question.
I definitely will say Tron, and also I've gone and used the projects that impressed me most in 2018. And for Tron, I must say Justin is a very, very famous person, and is like influencer, like big IP. Yeah. So I think Justin the most important people in Tron. And also for iCoin, I think turn out with new marketing models and like transaction mining and innovation is iCoin's greatest feature. But for EOS, I think you both familiar with, so I don't want to talk about more. But I think Tron is the most impressed me most.
I think by word of mouth as well, Coinbase, I mean, it's not necessarily a project, but you know, everyone just told everyone to use Coinbase to buy crypto, which worked really well, at least in the US. There's a lot of projects that have done really well on the marketing side, but now it's about delivering, right? I told you backstage, I was like, last 2 years, everyone's just been really drunk, and we've just been yelling and flailing our arms around about what we're doing, and then now everyone's sobering up a bit. And once you sober, you have to pick where you're going to put your energy, and money, and that's what's happening now.
Personally, I think the first half of the year is the US, but the second half definitely is Tron. We can see more and more developer teams and users participate in Tron. The depth tremendously increased, and you can see almost every week Tron do many advertising in communities, and as I think currently Tron has the biggest buzz in whole blockchain community.
have 2 more minutes left. Last question is around blockchain technology and how it's changed ads to make them more cheaper or more effective for companies. And we'll start off with Bryant for this one.
Yeah, I requested this question because I think we've talked about how blockchain businesses and projects can market, but how has marketing been transformed by the technology itself? And I think this is a huge use case that many of us, I'm hoping, have our eyes on, which is every day, as you know, billions of dollars is spent on advertising. And the biggest brands in the world are spending these dollars and actually crossing their fingers and hoping that the money is going to where it's supposed to go. The simple transparency of that can be revolutionized and really exposed with blockchain technology overall. That's the first. I think ultimately as well, there's a lot of middlemen. As you may know, to see an ad on your site or on your app, there's at least 5 or 6 companies in the middle that have taken a cut of that dollar. Ultimately, the publisher deserves much more of that money, and we think that the token dynamic and the ability to use the data that's coming from that token moving around and recording on the blockchain has huge impact on at least giving the clients and the advertisers that type of visibility.
As I can see, there's a trend that more and more projects leverage on the community power. So project share the benefit to the members, and members contribute to the project. So they are more and more be close partner. This is my opinion.
Okay. I think blockchain can remove the middleman checkers, so users can also be benefit directly from the advertising from the advertisers. So they can directly sign up smart contracts with companies. And during the process, users can also decide how much information that they will provide to companies. So I think that's the most important thing blockchain technology can do. So that's my thought. Thank you.
Wonderful. So I think we're at the end of our panel. Where can we find our panelists after the panel if our audience members want to
We'll be consumed upstairs with Kobe's beauty.
Okay, but I think you guys will probably be in the registration area for like a couple minutes before the Kobe. Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Min, Kevin, Bryant, and Angela for that great panel. So who's excited for Kobe Bryant and Justin Sun? We're all very excited. So before we start, we're actually going to get a photo of all of you. How awesome is that? We've got a full house here. So we're going to take a quick picture. So if everybody could please look at the stage or look at me and just smile and look amazing, as you all do. Yeah, are we good? Okay, awesome. Wonderful photo. Thank you, everyone. And thank you again for being here. This has been such a wonderful conference. Really successful, really educational, and it's been great. So without further ado, I know the suspense is killing everyone. It's killing me, actually. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce Vanessa Tsao. She's the head of U.S. Marketing and Operations at Tron, and she's going to take it from there. Thanks.
Hey everybody! So, we are finally at the moment that everybody's been waiting for. My name is Vanessa. I'm the head of U.S. Marketing and Bryant and Justin Sun. So these two gentlemen I have here with me obviously don't need an introduction. Can we have a round of applause for them? So, Justin Sun, he has created multiple companies at a very young age. He's going to be 28 years old this year. And he's been nominated and has gotten the Forbes 30 Under 30 prize for consecutive years in a row. He's a protege of Jack Ma. And then we have Kobe Bryant, who has obviously is a legend, and he has enjoyed a very successful 20-year career with the NBA and 5 championships with the LA Lakers. He's won the 2018 Oscars for Best Short Film Theater Basketball. Very successful gentleman here with me today. So my first question for both of you is, what drives your success? What motivates you in the morning and just makes you want to get up and face the world every single day? Let's start with you, Kobe.
Well, I mean, for me, it's always the love of what I do. Basketball, for example. There's no place I'd rather be than to be watching the game, playing the game, training for the game. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing, and that's true now as well. For what I'm doing in the studio that I'm building, and the investment industry. I mean, you wake up in the morning and you go, and so for me, it's always the love for what it is that I'm doing.
What about you, Justin?
Yeah, I think I'm same as the Kobe. So when I first started my own business in Philadelphia, it's also the same city as Kobe come from. I know the entrepreneurship is my life. So I devoted myself fully into the business 24 hours a day. So my nickname is more like Justin Never Sleep, right? So into the business, and here we are. After a year, we have become one of the largest blockchain platform. So I think basically it's my love for my career and the business.
Yes, speaking of motivation and perseverance, Kobe, we all know that you have the nickname the Black Mamba, right? And you also come with the Mamba mentality. So for the Mamba mentality, I think the unofficial tagline is don't quit, don't cower, don't run. And some people even say, if Kobe Bryant gets into a fight with a bear, you better pray for that bear.
Absolutely.
So how has the Mamba mentality helped you through your transition, reinventing yourself from being an NBA legend, an NBA superstar, into the investor and entrepreneur that you are today?
Well, it's the same approach. Playing the game of basketball, you're looking at all the little details. You're studying everything. You're constantly training and constantly learning. And you're constantly solving puzzles. Some are big puzzles, some are small puzzles, but you're constantly problem solving. And I just took that and transitioned it into what I'm doing now. Same approach, same attention to detail, same kind of relentless pursuit for doing things to the best of your ability all the time, no compromise with that. And that's how I've been able to evolve. Even though I'm not playing the game of basketball anymore, the game is still with me because I'm carrying with me all the lessons that I've learned in 20 years of playing in the NBA and 35 plus years of playing in total. So.
And what do you think was the biggest challenge that you faced during your career at the NBA and transitioning your career to an investor and an entrepreneur?
Well, it's having the courage to move on and do something else. It's very hard. I mean, you've been playing basketball or you're building a company and you're extremely successful at it. And the hardest part is to say, okay, now I'm going to shelf that and move on to something new. and start from the beginning, right? You've been working so hard, you get to the top of this mountain, and now you're looking across at another mountain that you got to start at the bottom of. It's very, very difficult, and you have to be brave. Now, I didn't know if it would work. I wrote their basketball and had the idea of producing it. I didn't know if it would work. It was one of those things where people may not like this thing at all. But at the end of the day, does that matter? What are you doing things for? You got to do things to be true to yourself, find things that you truly love to do, and let everything else speak for itself.
So where do you find that bravery? I know oftentimes the most difficult thing is to make that very first step.
Yeah.
So how did you find that bravery for you to take the first step?
Well, for their basketball, it was as simple as I had written it, and announced my retirement, and I was thinking about making it into a short animated film. I wasn't sure, and then Gianna was one of my daughters. She's the middle one. They all knew I was making it a film, but she was sitting next to me while we were watching the Oscars. And the category for short animated film came up. And she goes, "Hey, Dad, we're going to be up there next year." And I was like, "Huh?" So I never said I was going to write it. She said, "Well, come on, you always talk about mama mentality and like doing it, do it." Like, how old are you? How old are you? I said, "All right, I guess I'm doing it. I guess I'm doing it. You got to lead by example." So for me, it came from leading by example with my children and gave me kind of that final push to go ahead and do it.
Absolutely. I think that's very inspiring. And I know that, Justin, you have very similar values. We all know that you're such a hard worker, that you never sleep. And you're also backed by an amazing team who shares the same values as you do, who's working so hard every single day. And I know that you started your company in a basement, and that was one of the most difficult times of your life. Could you tell us more about your journey and how you made Tron such a success?
Yeah, sure. So basically, when I first started my own business in 2012, so it's like in Philadelphia. At that time, I was just like students. So at that time, I always want to run like a very successful company. Hope one day my company will have like a positive impact on the society and also on the social good. I think it's just like when Jack Ma started his business in back to like 1999. At that time, they are also like in a very small room with like only 18 people there. And Jack Ma told their objects is to become like a top 10 website in the world. At that time, it's like impossible for the team, right? But I think it's just like the Mumba mentality. So even if the idea or the objects sounds like crazy, but you're gonna figure out how to achieve that, right? It's just like when the Tron team first founded, we said we want to surpass Ethereum to become one of the greatest blockchain platform. It's also a tremendous challenge for the whole team. But we're gonna figure out how to be there step by step with like lots of the efforts, right? So that's why I think it also depends on the people. So we don't know actually when I set up those goals, I don't know who to achieve those goals. But when we be there, we know, right?
Absolutely. So in your journey, let's hear it for him. So in your journey, Justin, what was the biggest challenge that you faced and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenge we faced is in 2017 when the team is newly founded. We faced some like policy change in China. So at that time, we need to move to United States to continue our business. And at that time, we don't even have like one hiring in the United States. We need to restart to build out the team, to get everybody positive, because at that time, it's like kind of like the bear market right now. So some people lose the confidence, they don't have the guts to take up. So at that time, we need to get a new team, get everybody get on board, and then moving forward. I think that is the like the toughest time in the Tron history. But I'm lucky. Finally, we made it, and here we are.
Absolutely. So backstage, I know that we're talking about how important a team is and team building. So Kobe, what do you think is the most important thing about building a team? What kind of people do you think are crucial for success?
Well, it's the hardest thing to get, like as Justin was saying, the hardest thing is to get a collection of people to move in the same direction. Because everybody has different roles and responsibilities. Everybody has different personal goals that they want to achieve. And it's all in the best interest of furthering the company. But along the lines of doing that, you can create personal dissension because your perspective of doing something that you believe is right for the company may indirectly offend somebody else, right? And so I think the biggest thing within the company structure is having respect for each other and understanding that things are not personal. You're just trying to get the company to be successful and move in the same direction. But I think it's being mindful and having empathy and compassion for the people that you're working with or playing with. Because that's the only way to truly win a championship or to build a successful company is to have a collection of people that find themselves in rhythm and in sync with each other.
So Justin, you embarked on your journey of being an entrepreneur not long ago, and it's just a little over a year. So I'm sure you learned so much from when you first began by yourself trying to build Twitter followers in the basement to now having a multi-billion company. So what did you learn about the importance of teams? Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I think the teamwork is everything. Because like Kobe can score like 81 score in basketball match. So basically, Kobe is on his own is fine, right? But I'm not Kobe, so I only got like 24 hours a day.
No, he did a lot a year, man.
So basically, for me, I need to count on my team, right? So that's one of the lessons also I learned at the beginning of the entrepreneurship. At first, I just want to do everything on my own, right? And then I'm not comfortable to give the mission to others because I'm afraid them gonna screw up. So that's I need to do this transition from like to give like everything to my team and trust them they're gonna do the best job in the industry. And then here we are, we have like 200 people in China, 150 people here, and we're gonna spend even more. So basically also, Jack Ma also told me the most difficult time for him is to transition from only like 18 people there, but right now Alibaba is with like 30K people, right? 30,000 people there. So basically this kind of the team, how you build a team, manage a team, and get everybody on track is the most challenging things, but I think if you ever resolve this question, your company can be the best in the industry.
That's a really good point, though, because it is really hard to have that trust in others. Right? And I certainly dealt with it in my career. Like saying, okay, well, teammates here, is he going to make that shot to win the game when there's 2 minutes left? Or I can hit this shot here, right? And a lot of times people assume, okay, well, the way you make teammates better is just simply throwing them the ball and giving them opportunities. But that's only half of it. You have to figure out how to influence them in ways where they, on their own, will get to practice an hour early. On their own, they will stay an hour late. It's our responsibility as leaders to pull that out of them, where they want to be the best version of themselves because they want it, not because we want them to have it. And as leaders, it's our responsibility to try to get our teammates in that place. And then when they get in that place, it's a lot easier for us to trust them. Right? Like, okay, no, absolutely. Give them that opportunity because they're working hard for it. Sometimes they'll make it, sometimes they won't. But you know that they have the determination and the desire to be the best version of themselves. And that is the absolute key.
As you said, it's all about investing in people.
Absolutely.
So, Justin, Right now, we're really pushing the revolution from Internet 3.0 to 4.0. And obviously, everybody here is a blockchain enthusiast, or at least you want to learn more about blockchain. So for those people, but a lot of people still don't know what blockchain is. How does it help? Why is it important? You obviously have been in the industry for 6+ years. Could you tell us, in very layman terms, what is blockchain? Why does it help? And how are you pushing the revolution from 3.0 to 4.0?
So basically, from my understanding, I think the blockchain we are doing right now is more like a trustless operating system. So it's just simple as iOS, Android, but with these trustless features. So like, you don't need to trust me, you don't need to trust Tron, you just trust the math, smart contracts, trust the technology. It actually works in lots of the dApps. So basically, that's also one of our goals, is make the blockchain available for everybody. So you don't need to know the technology, you can directly get on and use it. Just like when I first introduced like iPhone to my grandma, right? So he can easily to get on the iPhone and then think the iPhone is benefit for her. So that's why I also want the blockchain technology in the future can be a very easy adopted technology. That's also we launched the BTT, trying to airdrop the crypto to most of the common users. We have like 100 million users around the world. They can easier to get into the industry. So that's also one thing I think the whole industry need to solve this problem, to make the blockchain, the crypto available for everybody in the world.
Absolutely. So Kobe, you have undergone a very big career shift. You were an athlete, an NBA legend, and now you are a businessman, an investor. So what advice would you give to all of the entrepreneurs and people aspiring to be even more than they are now? And what do you think is the most important thing for them to remember?
I think if you find yourself getting up in the morning and having to constantly motivate yourself to get up and do what you're doing, you're building the wrong business. Do something else. You know, I think that's the most important part. Like you gotta have a passion for what it is that you're doing. You know, you can't get up and say, okay, what's the biggest industry I can get in? What's the biggest opportunity available? Let me go do that. That's not going to work. You got to be able to have the passion and the love for it, because when you have that, you'll problem solve things. You'll be able to figure things out on the fly, because this is just what you love to do. That's the most important thing when you're building anything. So, you know, if you don't have that, you know, then I don't think you'll go very far. And for me, it was certainly true. Whether building a studio, being an investor, I love what I'm doing.
So how did you know? How did you know that at first basketball was right for you? How did you know that you wanted to get into investment and building businesses and supporting startups?
Yeah,
what felt right?
It was twofold. So one, it's about seeing people reach their full potential. So as a basketball player, I really hit my growth when the game became less about how am I going to carry this team to a victory. It became more about how can I help Lamar reach his full potential. Derek Fisher, Shannon Brown, Josh Powell, Paul Gasol. And I got a lot of enjoyment out of seeing them get better. And for investing, that's what it is to me. How can you help entrepreneurs reach that goal, reach that dream? How can you see them celebrate? How can you see them serve the world the best way that they possibly can? I enjoy that aspect of it. And then from the business side of it, I've seen too many athletes make really bad financial decisions and have these really horrible stories post-NBA career. And so that was also a passion of mine, of being able to show, okay, listen, we can make smart decisions. You can figure out what your value is post-NBA. And that became another calling card for me and why I chose to get into investing. And then just had to hope that my people meter was pretty good. Because that's what I look at. When you're looking at investing, you got to invest in people first and foremost.
Yes. So for Justin, you have created a company that has employees all over the world. Beijing, San Francisco, Tokyo, Seoul. How were you able to bridge the cultural differences? And what do you think was the biggest challenge in terms of integrating different cultures? And I know that you also acquired BitTorrent in July of last year. How were you able to navigate also the cultures between different companies in the US?
Yeah, so basically, I think even like the employees come from like different cultural background, even different languages, and also different companies, but we share like the same value, so decentralized web. So basically, like we all have this belief in decentralization. We all have this belief in the blockchain and crypto technology. I think that's the first thing we can have everybody on board is the belief. So basically that's why I think Tron is not like other companies. Most of them is driven by the profits, driven by the business opportunities. I think Tron is driven by the idea, driven by the belief. And also we are doing this not only we can make money for this is also very important, but also because we think this is right. We need a decentralized internet. We need to give the privacy and the rights back to the people, back to the users, so they can get benefits from the internet. Not the companies can get benefit from them. So that's why I think the idea and the knowledge behind all this help our team to be together. So I think this is also, we share the same value with the BitTorrent as well. So even before Tron acquired BitTorrent in 2017, BitTorrent has been a pioneer for decentralization for such a long time, since 2003. And then they promote this kind of the idea to the people all around the world with almost 1 billion devices in the world. So that's why I think that if like Tron, BitTorrent is a marriage, is a perfect marriage. Yeah.
Do those even exist? So Kobe, I know that you've also been investing in tech. And what are your thoughts on what Justin has said, and why did you decide to get into this space?
Well, for me, it's making smart investments. I mean, I don't know of any company out there right now that's not considered a technology company. Everybody seems to be in tech in one way or another. But like I said, the first thing that you start with, or that I start with, is the people. And then secondly, is this a business that you can get your head around? Is this a business that you understand, an industry that you understand? And this is something that we can potentially add value to in one way or the other, whether it's advice, whether it's business counsel, creative counsel, wherever it may be. Can you provide some type of services to further the business along and help it grow and be successful? But ultimately, you have to look at the people, right? So whether it's tech or consumer goods, it doesn't matter. It starts with the entrepreneur first. Do you believe the entrepreneur has the ability through tough times? Because the best laid plans, never really go out the way that they should, or that the way you plan them to be. Right? There's always audibles, there's always changes. And can the entrepreneur adjust to that? And not only can he himself or her herself, not only can they adjust to it, but can they rally a group of people to then move in that direction? And if the answer to those questions are yes, it's a simple investment to me.
So I know that you have spent some part of your childhood in Italy. You've also lived in Philadelphia, and now Los Angeles. So what have you learned from going between different cultures like that, and how has that informed you as a person and in your career?
Great question. The funny thing is, like when I first moved to Italy, I obviously didn't speak one word of Italian. Right? And I go to the park, So I want to shoot hoops. And there's kids out there just playing soccer on top of a basketball court. Like the world is completely upside down to me right now. Like you have a beautiful full-court basketball court and you're playing soccer on top of it with 2 shirts as the goalposts. I'm like, what is happening right now? But what I also came to understand is that there are universal languages. And for me in that case, it was sport. Whether it be soccer or basketball or whatever the case may be, that's a language that's a universal language. And that tends to connect people. And it helped me make friends and helped me understand their culture better, help them understand my culture better. Same as what Justin just said. When you have a commonality, you tend to rally around that. So even though I grew up in Italy and spent some time in Philadelphia and kind of bounced around, I was able to find that one connection that was able to bridge the cultural gap and the differences between us.
For you, it was sports. And for Justin, it is a dream, it is a vision to decentralize the web through blockchain technology. So obviously, blockchain is a huge trend in Silicon Valley. What is the most, the thing that you are most excited about in terms of technological trends in Silicon Valley or in the world?
Well, it's a big question. Well, I think like Justin said, it's having a mission that goes beyond the technology itself. Right? He has a firm belief in what he is doing is right for the future of mankind. Right? And having that big mission to me is extremely important. It's not just about the bottom line, although it's very important as an investor. I'd be lying if I said that wasn't important. But having a bigger goal in mind is the most important thing. And today we live in a society where, all of our personal data, our personal space seems to be monitored and seems to be watched and seems to be, the more and more we seem to have control of our own personal lives, the more and more we're actually giving up. And for me, it's going to be interesting to sit back and watch and see how technology navigates us through that for the next 40, 50, 60 years.
I think that's absolutely true, that no matter what we're doing, we need to think about the bigger picture and how this will benefit society or make somebody's life better on a smaller scale.
Well, I think we have to. I think we all have a responsibility to serve one another. I think that's where the world becomes truly a better place. Right? It was true for Justin when he started this company and kind of giving up the control and letting the team trust the team in that process, and the same for me, giving up the ball to my teammates and trusting them with those shots. It's like it's about serving others. How can you help others be the best version of themselves? And if we can find a way to do that, if we can all do that, then I think we'll be in a much better place years from now.
Yes. So Justin, how do you think? How do you think blockchain technology can make the world a better place?
Yeah, definitely. I think first of all, blockchain offers us like an equal choice compared to the traditional financial system, highly controlled by the central node, highly controlled by the central agency. Blockchain provides everybody like an equal place you can play, and you don't need to trust like the central government, central agency anymore. You can just trust on mass, trust on the technology itself, and also because it gives the secret key to everybody, so you can control your own data, privacy, like everything you can control on your hands. I think that's one of the biggest idea behind the blockchain. So that's why I think not only the blockchain will benefit the society itself, it's also provide the society with like a new order. So everybody can follow this new order to become their own master. So that's why I think blockchain is a revolution idea rather than a technology. Sometimes people compare like AI and blockchain and also with other technology like AR, VR technology. But I think that AI, VR is more like a technology progress. But for blockchain, I think it's more like a revolution. So that's why I always believe blockchain has lots of the potential. Once people accept the idea, once people get into the blockchain, they will think this is a brand new world, not only just like a technology.
Absolutely. So, time is almost up. We have such a great crowd here. So, Kobe, what do you have? If you wanted people to walk away with one thing today, what do you want them to walk away with?
I mean, yeah, I think is, every day that you get up, are you doing what you truly love? I asked my kids this and said, listen, if you had one thing that you could do every single day for the next 20 years, what would that one thing be? What do you love right now that much? And it may change because they're so young, it may change. But when we wake up in the morning, are we doing what we truly love to do? We have one life, right? And the life goes by ridiculously fast. He's 28. I don't remember being 28. You know what I mean? Like, I have videos that tell me, yeah, you were 28 once, but I don't remember that, right? So life goes by extremely, extremely quickly. And it's important that every single day we're doing something that we truly love to do, because we do not have time to spare. I think that's the most important thing.
Inspiring, and sometimes when we get into the thick of things, we sometimes forget what we truly love, and we always need to keep that in perspective. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kobe Bryant, and thank you, Justin Sun, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright guys, so I guess it's a nice moment to show you guys how you actually get these streams, because it's actually quite easy to find this type of stuff. So what you just do is, type in whatever live stream you're looking for, and in this case we were looking for a Tron TRX Summit live stream, right? And now you can see this was already 3 hours ago when the conference was, or when Kobe was speaking at least. But on pscp.tv, there's often a lot of good streams out there. And in this case, you can see here a lot of different Tron streams. And as an example, here's the last segment of the Tron stream. There's like 7 more minutes of the closure. And we can put the sound on if you guys would like of this part, or there's some other cool parts which you guys could check out. But that was Kobe for the Tron Summit. It was it. He told us some interesting things. I don't know what my lesson to you guys would be from it. I guess just, use his words to the best that you could possibly do. And hopefully it helped your life out a little bit. I'm hoping the best for you guys. But if you would like to see this still in the last part of Tron, you should let me know. There's some more parts here, as I just told you guys. Let's see, where was it now? No, I don't remember how to check it out here. I think I have to press this icon, but you guys get it though. That was it for Kobe. There's some other parts though, some other cool speakers. You guys can tell me if you would like to see something else. There's a lot of footage here, as you can see. A few hours worth. 7 minutes here, another 20 minutes there, 20 minutes. So yeah. Should we just play this for now?
We have developed in the last year. So I'll skip through some of the things. For instance, scarcity. Scarcity is immensely important for non-fungible tokens, as scarcity is value. So in the marketplace of EverDragons, for instance, there's a scarcity control algorithm. So the blockchain actually controls the number of dragons that are being created depending on supply and demand. So this is a very important topic to keep prices high and stable. Uniqueness is very important. All EverDragons are 100% unique, and this may seem as something not very special for conventional games, but since the blockchain operates very differently, it is a huge challenge.
If you did enjoy Kobe though, let me know with a little bit of a like on this video. Would really be appreciated, and maybe subscribe as well for future cool content. Post a lot of Tron things, so definitely also cool if you were to follow for that.
Especially once you have this newly created asset is actually 100% unique. So we created an algorithm for that to prove that and to make it possible to do that without having immense transaction cost. NFTs until a while ago have had basically only one status. Every NFT was always in idle mode. You can always sell it, you can always use it to play a game, but it was never really busy, which of course does not work for the gaming industry. NFT needs to have a status. Every collectible needs to be able to be busy, for instance, be in a battle or be traveling or otherwise occupied. So this is something that we implemented and that we present on the EverDragons platform. We have a game, it's called The Race. It takes 1 hour and you can set your EverDragons force to race against other EverDragons. And in the race, your dragons are actually powered by real-life events, as we call it. We have here a typical screenshot of a bear market. Everything's red, except for Tron. During the duration of this race, we constantly monitor this data on-chain. And every EverDragon is represented by one of these tokens. And the performance of this token during the time of the race dictates the performance of the EverDragon. So we see here the winning EverDragons. They were represented by the TRX token. Actually, I see the owner of the beautiful red fire dragon sitting there in the audience. And this opens a whole catalog of possibilities. You could, for instance, take weather data. You can take any data where you have an API for. You can take the weather data and say if the sun is shining, then your assets are in a good mood. If there's a thunderstorm outside, they're furious, which might help you in a battle, for instance. Endless possibilities with Oracle services. And this is the technology that we're most proud of. It's bridging technology, bridging of non-fungible tokens. So we started out on the Ethereum blockchain, and so many, and when it became too slow and too expensive, we needed to find a way, how can we move without upsetting the investors, the people that bought assets, that have assets on chain, because if you say we're going to another chain, then use will be worthless. So we built NFT bridges. So this water dragon, it's currently on the Ethereum blockchain, and the user has a button, just says bridge, clicks on the bridge, can enter their Tron address, click send, and after a few seconds, this dragon will be on the Tron blockchain. Or actually, a second after the Ethereum transaction has gone through, however long that takes. This is immensely important for large gaming companies, obviously, that want to move on chain because they don't want to use one chain, and then if this chain should perform very poorly in the future sometime, they will die a slow death. They don't want that. So you need to have horizontal scalability. We also have some more mini games on the platform. I'll go through this very fast. There's one that's like a 4-star game. It's a 2-player game. Basically, we built this only for Tron to show the speed of Tron. It's a 2-player game. It's turn-based, and on Ethereum this wasn't possible because it's my turn and I make a click, and then you have to wait for 1 minute until you can do your turn. Nobody wants to play that. So this works very well on Tron. And we have another game. It's an idle-style game, which is not new in the technology itself, but we could prove with this idle-style game that by completely restructuring your code, by programming in a very different way, you can save a lot of transaction fees, since the blockchain, as I said before, works very different from conventional gaming systems. So you can have a lot of things if you program right. And yeah, currently, as most of the apps work, you have a centralized server that only hosts the website, so the user has the browser with a plugin, TronPay, TronLink, and then from that point on, the user communicates directly with the blockchain. This works very well for certain, if you know exactly what data you need and you want to read out certain values, this works very well. But with non-fungible tokens, you have to be very careful because certain requests, you cannot send it to the blockchain. You cannot say, oh, there's 1 million EverDragons, please give me the 10 most powerful ones, because for that you would have to read out all the 1 million tokens and sort them in your browser. This doesn't work. So for that you need a more complex structure. So your centralized server is still coming into play. The centralized server constantly reads out the blockchain. It does not interact with the blockchain, only reads it out and provides this data to the user. If the user says, I'll go to the marketplace, I will start sorting and everything. All this works a lot faster still with centralized systems, which we will need for mass adoption for large games. So these are some of the highlights from our EverDragons platform, so I will just keep it short now. And we believe that all these things together will basically build the foundation upon which later large gaming companies can build their legacy games. Thank you very much. I had written their questions, but I didn't know how big the stage was going to be, so if you have questions, I'll be outside later.
Congratulations, I would like to present you a special prize for this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So you know what, guys, to some of you asking why Tron is down while the conference is going on, keep in mind that this is a few hours ago already. I don't know if the conference is over now, but I do think it's at least at the... I know for a fact that it is over, because the last segment is what you just watched here, which is 3 hours ago. So now there's just a little bit of a party going on here. We watched Kobe, saw him talking, it was really cool. What I think will happen to the price is actually quite negative. We're not seeing any positive spike whatsoever, and you know, it's the weekend now, which mostly sees coins going down a little bit. We're going to end this stream here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy though. If you did, let me know with a little bit of a like on this video. Would very much be appreciated. Very, very much. So yeah, hopefully you guys can like it, and maybe subscribe as well for some future cool content. And I also have some more videos on Tron coming up tomorrow, so be sure you check those out as well. Have a nice good day, everybody. Have a very, very nice freaking day, everybody. Enjoy it.